In this video, you're going to be able to watch me create a $1 million Klaviyo pop-up for a premium dog food brand, and I'm going to do this live. So what I did was I went on ChatGPT and I had ChatGPT create this fictitious premium dog food brand called Barkwell Naturals. I found some colors here. We have some logos and we have some lifestyle images. We have a little bit about the brand, their unique selling propositions, who the fictitious founder is, a little bit of us versus them comparison, some social proof, some headshots, some publications that they are featured in, fictitious publications, and then we have a brand voice as well. So I may make this a series where I basically just build out the entire email marketing strategy for this fictitious brand. But for today, we're going to start with the pop-up. And what I want to do with this pop-up is I want to make it a little bit more personalized. So I want to create something maybe like a questionnaire or a quiz or something that we can then take that data that we get from this pop-up, and then we can maybe use that later in the welcome series. So if you don't know who I am, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name is Nolan Butler. I am the co-founder of HighCam Partners. I've been doing email marketing for 6+ years now. The first email campaign I sent was in high school, and it made $50,000. And we're a New York-based email marketing agency for e-commerce brands. Additionally, this YouTube video and my YouTube channel is all about helping e-commerce business owners and e-commerce marketers between $500,000 per year and $5 million per year. This seems to be the sweet spot where you need to go beyond just the basics in email marketing. You need to actually tackle some more advanced strategies when it comes to email marketing. And so that's where we step in. That's where we help brands. So if you do not know the importance of a pop-up on your store, let me just show you a quick demonstration here. So at the top here of this funnel, you can see all of the acquisition sources from paid traffic, content, partnerships, earned traffic, and then there's also outbound for wholesale. But we'll focus on, this side of the funnel for now. So if you're driving all of this traffic typically to 2 or 3 places. So typically you'll have your website, you'll have some marketplaces like Amazon, Etsy, things like that. And then you'll have kind of like a wholesaler's page. In this instance, we're going to focus on the actual website. So when you drive all that traffic to your website, there's going to be, if you don't have a pop-up, if you don't have a form, there's only going to be 2 things that people are going to do. They're either going to leave your website or they're going to purchase from you. Now, if you have a pop-up, there's 3 things that they can do. They can either leave, they can fill out your pop-up, or they can buy now. And if you have a newsletter sign-up form on your website, then there's 4 things that someone can do. When you don't have this form or pop-up, you're going to have about a 97.5% customer leave rate. So people are going to be 97.5% of customers are going to be leaving your website because this conversion rate here is not really going to change. You're pretty much always going to have 2.5% of people buying from your website. So just when you have like your pop-up or your form, if they aren't there, this isn't going to change at all. But this leave rate is actually going to change substantially. So when you add a pop-up and you optimize a pop-up, you can maybe get 8 to 12% opt-in rate, a chance for you to then follow up with that 8 to 12%, where you actually wouldn't have been able to contact them before. So now a percentage of that 8 to 12% is actually going to come back to your store and they're going to purchase. Additionally, then you can follow up with email flows, you can follow up with campaigns, and you can send them through your entire retention cycle there. So what is kind of the basis of creating a pop-up really quickly here? I don't want to harp on this too much because I want to just kind of start building this pop-up. High converting pop-ups, implementation guide, a guide to getting 10 to 12% conversion rates here. So why this matters: without a well-optimized pop-up, you're throwing away ad spend and site traffic. Most visitors won't buy on their first visit, A high converting pop-up captures those visitors, nurtures them through email, and then converts them later, lowering your cost per acquisition and driving long-term revenue. So you understand why a pop-up is important. Now, there's really two options you have for pop-ups. You could just use Klaviyo's built-in pop-up builder, which we're going to use today, or you could use some advanced app like Alia or something like that if you want a little bit more customization or anything like that. So what offers are going to work best with your pop-up? So if your average order value is under $100, a percentage off discount is typically going to work better. If your AOV is above $100, a dollar off discount is going to look better. It's going to convert better for your customers. Something I like to use is a mystery discount, and this kind of gamifies the experience a little bit. Now, it doesn't have to be something like a spin to reveal your discount. It can be as simple as claim your mystery discount, and then at the end you figure out what the discount is, or you get a discount code, and once you enter it at checkout, then you find out what the actual code is. So it's going to get more people to go to checkout, more people to enter the discount code, etc. You can do a free gift with purchase. You could do some sort of giveaway entry if you're doing a giveaway. You could do like exclusive early access if you have like product drops or something like that, a business model like that. And then finally, you could do a free guide or resource, and this one's going to convert at the lowest rate out of all of these right here. Unless your free guide or resource is like really good. Other than that, though, it's going to be better to go with one of these offer options here. So the next thing you can do is you can choose a pop-up type, and you have your classic straight. It's basically just going to immediately ask for the email opt-in. I don't like to use those. It's kind of like a single step. I like to use a micro commitment, so like a 2-step or a 3-step process where it first asks a question. So it's like, do you want 10% off? You have to click a button to click yes. Somebody gives like a micro commitment. They already took time out of their day to click yes. Then it asks for your email. I like to do that. And you can also kind of do this with like a quiz-based question. That's kind of what we're going to go over today, where you ask a short question before collecting the email. You'll be able to also use this information, which we're going to hopefully do in the welcome series. That'll probably be a different video though. But you'll be able to use that information and personalize the welcome emails even more. Spin to win, and then full screen takeover. So you can use kind of a lot of these in conjunction with each other. So I might do a full screen takeover with like a quiz-based style pop-up today. And I believe that's kind of it for now. I'm just going to kind of jump right into Klaviyo here, and we're just going to start building this pop-up. So within Klaviyo, we're going to go to sign up forms, and then in sign up forms, we're going to hit create form, and I'm just going to create a blank form, and we're going to call this Barkwell Naturals, and we're just going to call it quiz pop-up. We'll go email list and then choose a form type. We're going to do a full page. Yeah, it fills up the entire page. So that's what we're going to want to do. Those are going to get higher conversion rates compared to like a half page. So a pop-up really consists of a couple things. It consists of a teaser, which a teaser looks like this. It's going to be on the bottom of your website, on your homepage, whatever landing page you have. You can move it around so it sits up here. But basically, when you click on this, if you leave a teaser on, it's going to pull up the actual pop-up again. So it'll be like 10% off or something like that. And people are like, oh, okay, click on it. And then it would take you to kind of this email opt-in page right here. And then there's the success page, which is at the end. So after you fill it out. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with this email opt-in page. And I'm going to click on styles, and I'm going to add an image. So I'm going to add we're going to add a left image here, and we're going to customize it first. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to duplicate this a couple times, but I want to customize this before we do all of that. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to find kind of a lifestyle image that I want to use for this pop-up. So this whole brand is kind of built around this farm style dog. And so we're going to let's use this picture right here. So I'm going to slice this out here, and let's just make sure we can get it perfect. I don't want to be cropping this. Okay, then we can click export. I'm going to click export, go 2x, export slice 1, and let's see if we can get it here. There we go. So we'll save that. And now what we're going to do is that kind of looked like a big file. Yeah, 6.4. That's probably fine. What we can do, if you really wanted to, you go to I Love IMG and go to this website and we can compress the image. I like to do this with emails. It's probably not as important with a pop-up, but that's what we're going to do here. We're going to compress it, shrink it down a little bit. Maybe it'll increase the loading speed of it. Yeah, check that out. So 74% smaller. Typically, this does not impact quality at all. Anything really noticeably in any ways. So now what we're going to do is we're going to upload that image. Perfect. And these are all AI generated images. They're not perfect, but ChatGPT does pretty good nowadays. So now what we're going to do with this one is we want to start customizing the colors a little bit. So if we come in here, we have a couple of colors here that we're using. We have this dark color. We can see what this dark color looks like. So background color, let's check and see what this looks like. Nope, not there. So we're gonna go, so that's just on the image there. Let's go styles, background color. There we go. I don't mind that. Let's see what we can do with this sort of text here. If we just want to make this white and see what it looks like, make this white. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Let me see. We have this color too, so maybe I can make this like the button color. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. We'll leave it for now. That sounds good. Looks good. Oh, now we have, let's see. I have these fonts right here. So Reforma 1918. So this is what we're going to have to do a custom upload. So we're going to do everything right now. We're going to do import font. Can we import the font? And what's the font called? So Reforma 1918. Reforma 1918. Font weight, we'll do normal. Font style, normal. And source address. So let's see here. Import a hosted web font. Use within Klaviyo. Hosted web font. So maybe we got to do something like this. So how to host a custom font on your site. Use the public font hosted on your website. Host your own public font. All right, we're not going to get into all that. Google Fonts. Let's see. Reform. Nope. Reform. No. All right, I believe let's see here. We'll use Georgia. That'll be relatively close for now. So Georgia, and I'm just going to make this like 36. Let's see, 42. See if that looks good. 42 looks good. Let's go maybe 48. And then we're obviously going to make this. We're going to make this opened. No, we'll make it, I like that. That's not bad. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. And here is how you edit the text within here. So you click on it, go to styles menu, and now you can actually edit the text within the actual email input here. So we're going to go same as the font right here. So that's going to be good. And then we're going to, subscribe. We want to increase the button size on this. Pretty good. I don't like it being small like that. And we can change the font here as well. So very cool. Okay. Yeah, these fonts are going to be perfect, but they're going to be all right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this. And I'm going to clone it twice. Then I'll show you why. So this first one, we're going to edit this name and we're going to call this quiz. And let's see, we're going to go, I think the AOV, the average order value for like a dog food brand would probably be above $100. So we could say I hate how you can't see. what you're typing here when you put it on white text. Want $20 off. And I'm going to do all caps maybe. And I forgot to do one thing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back, style. Actually, we're going to go add blocks. We're going to add an image here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the logo and we're going to throw the logo in there. Always want to put the logo in there. And that looks pretty good. Width 100. I kind of like that. What if it was a little bit bigger? Go right in the middle of that, maybe. I kind of liked it a little bit. Let's go 125. That looks fire. All right. Now we're going to add another image, and this time we have it already. And then we're going to do it for this as well here. So add blocks and add that block in there. And there we go. That's looking all right. That is looking all right. So want $20 off. And so then I'm going to say I'm going to say something like, let us know, maybe want $20 off. Let us know, let us know what size dog you're shopping for to claim your discount. So let us know what size dog you're shopping for to claim your discount. That's not bad. We're actually going to delete this email input here. And we're going to create a couple of buttons here. So we're going to create another button there. And yeah, I don't know, you can't duplicate that. So we're going to create another button there. And I'm just going to take the same styles here. Try to match it all up. And what is the font? So 24, and it's okay. So 24, we're doing loose. There we go. And I'm going to do this one more time here to create kind of this quiz here. And then we can mess around with the answers and everything. So 24. And what else did I do? We changed it to this right here. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's see. And so now we'll say maybe like, what size dog are you shopping for? So small, maybe like less than 20 pounds, maybe less than 20 pounds. We'll say maybe like medium, and we'll say like 20 to, I don't even know, what would a medium dog be? 65. No, that's kind of heavy, right? That's probably right. Medium, 20 to 65 pounds, and then we'll just do large, 65 plus pounds. I could be wrong on those numbers, but they seem all right for now. And so what we want to do on these button click actions is we want to make sure they're going to the next step. So submit form, and then we're going to show next step. So medium, and we're going to submit form, and we're going to show next step. And then we're going to submit form, and we're going to show next step once again. And then what I might do is I might create like a small no thanks type of button, so it closes the pop-up when somebody clicks on it. So, but what I want to do for this is I want to make sure that it's kind of weird to click on. It's not popping out. So no, I don't want $20 off, something like that. Or no, it's too long. No thanks. And I don't know, would there be like a comma here? No thanks. I have no idea. So we'll do no thanks. We'll just leave it like that for now. That looks a little weird, doesn't it? No thanks. You know what? I'm going to scrap that. I'm all set. Now, that's kind of weird too. Let's see. What do I want to put here? So want $20 off. No. All right, I'm done screwing around. We're going to find out what is the correct way to spell that. Fix my grammar. No thanks. All right, there we go. I knew there was something weird. There we go. So we're going to throw that in there. No thanks. And this is going to close the form. And we want to keep this text small, but I want to make it the same again. So that's good. That's a little bit big. Maybe we could do like 14. And this time we can do like a little bit shorter there. We don't have to, we want to make this button a little bit smaller. And then we can do the button border and we'll do like white maybe or something. No, I think we're not going to do a button border. I think that's fine how it is there. So no thanks. And that closes the form. And you know what? I kind of want like a picture of the products in here. So let's see if we can find like a good picture of the products. I think I want to at least show the products. Let's see. This one looks good. It's got kind of the owner, the dog, and the products in there. So that's pretty good. We'll slice that one and see what we can do with this. See if this one looks any better. So I'll do 2x, export slice, save. And let's replace this here. So we're going to upload image. Desktop file is larger. Okay, so we got to go back here and we got to compress this image again. That was quick. Okay, so now we're going to save that and we're going to try and re-upload this here. Yeah, see, I like that more. Just it has some sort of the products on there, a dog and the owner. I like that more. So let's mess around with that. So replace. We can select the new image. Yeah, I'm liking that more. I am liking that more. Okay, so we have the quiz done. These are all going to the same place, and I might be able to reduce like some of the padding size here. So maybe we could do like 5 on the bottom. We could do like 5 on this one there, and then we could do like 5 on the top. And I think that's looking a little bit better now. So want $20 off? Let us know what size dog you're shopping for to claim your discount. And I think we might be able to increase the size of this maybe just a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And then $20 off. I think that's going to be a solid size for that as well. I don't know. We don't want to go too big because it'll be weird on mobile. But yeah, I think that'll be good for now. So now we just want to kind of take this same stuff here and we're going to throw it in here and we're going to paste with formatting. And I hate that you can't see what is going on. You can't see where you're trying to text here. So yeah, we'll take that one. Okay, so it made it bold. We don't want it bold, right? Actually, bold doesn't look too bad. Yeah, bold doesn't look too bad. Let's make this one bold too. That looks good. Yeah, it kind of stands out a little bit more. I like that. And so we're going to let us know what size dog you're shopping for to claim your discount. So now we're going to increase this to 18, first of all. And so 18, and we're going to say, enter your email below, enter your email below to claim, enter your email below to claim. Let's see, maybe we could say discount again. Enter your email below to claim discount. So this is where we're going to keep this, enter your email address. And we're going to say, for this one, we're going to say claim discount. And we're good here. So this is going to submit form, list to submit to, email list, correct? And then after submit, we're going to show next step. That's exactly what we want to do. And before we actually move on, I want to create a property here that we'll be able to target later. So small, we're going to add property. And we're going to do what do we want to do here for this? So Klaviyo properties, that's probably not going to work. A Shopify tag, that could work. organization. So let's go with a Shopify tag. And this is what we're going to target later if we do like a welcome series for this. So Shopify tag, and we'll say like Barkwell, and we'll say small, and we'll just basically re-say what is on here. So 20 pounds. Perfect. So then we'll do that exact same thing here for, you know, when now that I'm looking at this here, we could maybe be like that, and it might match this right here. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. I kind of like the plus, but this one makes it match a little bit more. So now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to do a Shopify tag, and we're going to do Barkwell, and we're going to do medium, and this is 20 to 65 pounds. I want to see how close I was. Let's see really quick. What's the weight? Let's ask ChatGPT. Typically, what's the weight of a medium-sized dog? Weight range. Let's see how close I was. 25 to 50 pounds. I was pretty close. So I'm not too upset about that. We're going to leave it though for now. I'm not going to mess around with it. And finally, we're going to do the same thing here for this. And we're going to say bark well. And we're going to do large. And this time it's more than 65 pounds. Great. So now when somebody clicks on this, they're going to be tagged with these profile properties. And so we'll be able to target them later. And that's exactly what we want to do to create a super personalized sort of journey here with the email and SMS flows. So I think this is looking pretty good for the email opt-in. Very simple. Want $20 off again. Enter your email below to claim discount. And so here's what we're going to do with this one here. So we're going to make this actually the SMS opt-in. And we're going to grab this again. This is going to stay constant here. And yep, and then it grabbed that again. So I don't know what, let's see. Yeah, there it is. We don't want that thing. All right, that looks good. And then finish signing up. This is what we'll say here. We'll say finish signing up with SMS to activate discount. So those words like claim discount and activate discount, it's just going to keep people moving through. They're going to think that, oh, I don't have my discount yet because I haven't activated it yet because I haven't added my SMS in yet. It's just a little play on words there. So we're going to delete the email add there, and we're going to add the SMS input here. And the SMS input comes with a bunch of terms and disclosure language. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can decrease the size of this terms language. We'll make that white so we don't get sued. And we'll do the same thing for this as well. So nothing you can really do about this terms language, but you can make it smaller, right? And maybe we can add it underneath the button. It doesn't really matter. And so yeah, phone number here. And so we're just going to say phone for this. We don't want to show label and form. And we're going to do promotional only. Yeah, single step promotional only. We don't want to be doing multi-step unless you really want to, but I typically advise against doing kind of multi-step stuff there. And I believe that that looks like the correct font there, so that's good. And we're going to change the font of this as well to this, and the link text as well. That looks better. And we're just going to decrease that once again to 10. And then the text on this right here is going to be activate discount. So we want to make it seem like, hey, you have to activate this. It's not really activated yet. You can't use it yet, type of deal. And so, yeah, I was going to say there's some space there. So we got rid of that. activate discount. This is going to submit form, and we're going to go make sure that this is SMS list. And then finally, we're going to show next steps here. So far we have a quiz, we have an email opt-in, and we have an SMS opt-in here. So like I said, the next thing we got to do is we need to create this success page here. So unfortunately, you can't really copy these over, so we have to rebuild this from scratch, but it's not a big deal. We're going to do Georgia again. I believe it was 48 size, and it was white. And then this is going to be white as well. We're going to make this the Lucida Sands. And we want to make sure that this is 18 again. And what we're going to do here, there's nothing else really here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add a block, and we're going to add a coupon block here. And we'll just do a static coupon. So we'll say welcome 20. And then, yeah, success message. We want to make sure that that says coupon applied at checkout. Again, we're going to do Lucida Sands here, sticking with the same sort of theme. And label color, we want to make sure, so size 30, that's pretty good. I kind of want to make this text match a little bit more. Let's mess around with the formatting of this really quick. So background color, we want to make the background color, and we want to make the background color maybe this again. So we can take this, and let's see what this looks like here. And then maybe we can make this like white, and we can make this border color white as well. That looks pretty good. Let me see what the difference between kind of like a dotted, solid. I think I'm going to leave it solid. I like the solid a little bit more for this. And that border thickness, it looks pretty good. We can see what it would look like if it was a little bit thinner. I kind of like it a little bit thicker there. It kind of called more attention to it. So welcome 20. And this is all looking pretty good. Let me see if we can mess around with the character spacing here. Make it look even better here. Let's see. Yeah, we can make it like, we'll make it like 5. That looks good. And then let's see here. So we want to change the text for this. So what do we want to say here? So we want to say, thanks for subscribing. We can say, that's probably fine. Thanks for subscribing. And we could say, we don't want to say confirmation message. We want to say, maybe like click the coupon code, use the coupon code below. We'll say like use the coupon code below to get $20 off your first order. So thanks for subscribing. And we want to make sure that this is again bold, because I liked bold. That was good. And we'll make those capital. And let's see here. So static coupon, copy an existing coupon from your e-commerce platform and paste it here. Yeah, so you'll want to make sure you have that set up inside of Shopify. And then what we can do maybe is we could add another block here, and we can say this is going to either close form, or you could send them to kind of a URL style type of deal. But I'm going to close the form for now. We can make this white, and we'll just say shop now. And we want to make the text here dark, and we're going to increase again to 24 type of deal. And we can do the font there. And so there we go. We have shop now button, and that's going to close it out. So there we go. That is the entire pop-up it's a multi-step pop-up starting with a quiz, and we'll be able to target these quiz options there within the welcome series, which will be really powerful. But now what we can do is we can maybe mess around with the teaser here. So if we're going to come back here, so get $20 off, we want to make sure that this text color is, on brand here once again. And, maybe the background color can be that. And then we could make the text color white. That doesn't look bad. Maybe we could try the darker option even. Yeah, I think we'll go with the darker option there. And we just want to make sure that, again, this is the correct font. And I think I did that right. So there we go. Make sure that's the correct font. And we could either bold that. We'll probably bold that right there. That looks good. And where do we want it? Maybe we can have it like bottom left there. That looks pretty good. And so there we go. We have the teaser, we have the quiz, we have the email opt-in, we have the SMS opt-in, and we have the success page. There we go. So now one thing that I would want to make sure is that we have a single opt-in selected. We don't want to be doing double opt-in. We don't want to have to get an email where you have to click it and confirm your subscription. You want to make sure that you have single opt-in. So when somebody signs up for your email list here, they're automatically getting your welcome email and able to, start browsing your products, start purchasing your products. So I'm just going to screenshot these. I'm going to throw them in the Figma doc here so that we can reference them later when we actually start creating like the welcome series and everything. So let's see here. And then the SMS opt-in as well. And then finally the success page here. So I'm going to add these in quick, and we'll just start creating like a database here of this entire brand to, hopefully inspire you, give you some ideas for maybe what kind of pop-ups you could create for your brand. And, hopefully you can get a better understanding of the entire email marketing strategy as we go through this. But I think this is going to be a fun series, and I'm excited to get into probably the welcome series next. And then we can go through some of the different flows that I would, normally create for a brand, and maybe go over like some campaign calendar planning, but we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. So we'll see, but this has been pretty fun, and we'll see you in the next video.